Lev Lvovich Vladik, an architect of Polish origin. He is one of the outstanding Odesa architects of the period of high historicism.
Yulia Boyko, great-great-granddaughter of the famous architect Lev Vladik, reveals the secrets of the life of a famous Odesa architect. Who is Leo Vladik? Where did he come from in Odesa? Czech, Pole, Jew. Where is the author of The Passage and the House with Atlantes buried? Thanks to the efforts of his great-granddaughter, we will learn the biography of architect Vladik, which has never been published before. By decree of His Imperial Majesty in 1847, their family was entered into a single noble case of the Deputies' Assembly on royal privileges and official nobility, with the right to be passed down to all generations. As for Lev Lvovich himself, he achieved much in life on his own, despite his noble origins. He came to Odesa for an internship, but ended up constructing more than 40 architectural buildings, owning concrete factories, and attaining the rank of actual state councillor. Lev Vladik, the present. His name is Leon. He was born on October 2, 1842 in the Ukrainian town of Lipovets, Kiev Governorate. Today, this city is in the Vinnytsia region, and he was born into the family of the secretary of the Lipovets district court. He came to Odesa from St. Petersburg, where he had completed his studies at the construction school in June 1864. In Odesa, he was appointed as the architect under the Odesa city governor and held this position until 1912. Throughout his life, he built beautiful houses. Nearly 40 of his buildings have been preserved in the city, and they are included in Odesa's list of cultural heritage sites. These include apartment buildings and industrial facilities, educational and entertainment institutions, as well as the buildings of a prison, a circus, and 3 hotels. And of course, the Passage, which has become a unique monument to its creator. The Passage. It is not just a building. It is the very history of Odesa itself. In Odesa, he managed 2 factories, where he conducted a large series of experiments studying the properties of concrete structures under various conditions. Lev Lvovich successfully incorporated the fashionable new concrete and reinforced structures into his projects. They were, in particular, used in laying the foundations of the Passage and Bolshaya Moskovskaya hotels. For Lev Lvovich, his work on the building became a trial stone in the design of urban structures. It was a shelter for the poor and destitute on Veneshnyaya Street, now known as 4 Mechnikova Street. This first building marked the beginning of a whole series of projects for the architect, whose main requirements were cost-effectiveness and durability. Next came the most well-known to Odessans, the so-called House with Atlantes at 5 Gogol Street. By the end of the 19th century, sculpted decoration took a special place in the architect's work. This is vividly exemplified, of course, by the Passage Hotel, which occupies the corner lot at the intersection of Deribasovskaya and Preobrazhenskaya streets. The significant buildings created according to his designs became an integral part of the city's landscape. The exact date of Lev Lvovich's death is unknown. Architectural historians agree that he passed away no later than 1919. He was buried in Odesa at the First Christian Cemetery, but his grave has not been preserved. Yulia Boyko, the great-great-granddaughter of architect Lev Lvovich, is preparing a book for publication in which the era comes to life. For the first time, unique archival materials, personal testimonies, and forgotten pages from the master's life, whose work is forever inscribed in the city's history, are collected under one cover. This is not just a book, it is the return of a name, a destiny, and the voice of an era,